In the cockpit, voice recordings reveal what was happening on board a plane seconds before it crashed in Addison. Now, those recordings have not been released to the public, but investigators have been listening to them. 10 people lost their lives in that crash, and for the first time, we're hearing from someone who knew one of them personally. David Goins has been following this story since it happened. David, now hard to imagine what the passengers' families are going through.
Chris, just an immeasurable amount of shock for anyone that knew those that were on this flight. So as the NTSB today told us more about the airplane itself and the flight, those that knew those passengers are sharing more about their lives.
We're never prepared for this.
By now, many of us have seen their faces. Today, we're learning more about their lives and the depth of grief their sudden loss has brought to so many.
This has been horrible.
Paige Flink is CEO of the Family Place and counts Steve Thielen,
I can still hear his voice,
as a close friend. Thielen served for 6 years on the board for the domestic violence shelter. He and his wife Gina were one of 8 passengers and 2 crew on their way to St. Petersburg Sunday when their twin-engine turboprop crashed seconds after takeoff at Addison Airport. On Tuesday, the NTSB says video from 4 cameras, including 2 at the end of the runway, are helping investigators better understand the doomed flight.
So what that shows is the aircraft rolling down the runway, lifting off, veering to the left.
And new details from the cockpit voice recorder. The NTSB says comments consistent with confusion are heard 12 seconds before the recording ends, and then 4 seconds later, another comment about a problem with the left engine. The recording ends at impact just 8 seconds later.
We will weigh everything inside of the airplane that we were able to recover.
A preliminary report could be ready in the next few weeks. Flink admits now she's just focused on remembering Steve and Gina Thielen and getting through the next few days.
the thing about Steve was he never let you down. He was just always there, and so this is going to be really hard.
And tonight, Dallas County has officially named all 10 of the victims in this case, the 10th being that pilot, Howard Hale Cassidy, a 71-year-old pilot out of Fort Worth. Chris?
All right. Today, people